What's up, guys? Did y'all enjoy that fight? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad.
You expect you to go a full 12 rounds?
You know, I mean, being in with Shawn before, you know, his amateur background, my amateur background, you know, we thought that with 8-ounce gloves we were able to do damage. We were able to do damage. For whatever reason, man, I'm not going to say this or that, but for whatever reason, we weren't able to close it out. Maybe I was a little too timid. It just is what it is. I still fought a great fight. I went in and did exactly what I thought was going to win the fight, which is defense. Defense, defense, defense. Pick your shots and be effective. Short uppercuts on the inside. A new Shawn, you know, he likes to use his head movement. He likes to be in your chest. And I was going to capitalize on pretty much his strength. I was going to let him try to bull rush me all night.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to be in a fight now that is going to be remembered for years and years now, and it's going to get a lot of consideration for fight of the year. How important do you think that was for what we talked about the other day, about you trying to get to the next level? How big is this for the action of the fight?
It's great, man. This is what we wanted, man. This is what we live for. You know, Keith Thurman is the champion of the world, and I'm a true fighter, man. I was bred for this sport, you know, since the age of 7, now I'm 27. I told you guys, I'm not afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. You know what I mean? Shawn Porter put on a great effort and a great performance, but he was not able to walk away with that W. I've showed you time in and time out against Diego Chavez. I showed you when Carras rocked me. I showed you when Luis Collazo hit me with a body shot. I showed you guys when Robert Guerrero gave me a hematoma in the 3rd round and I had to go 9 rounds. This is the first time that I've been cut in my professional career. And we just kept pushing, man. He was trying to fight and smother me, and you know, I threw back, man. It was a great fight.
Keith over here. Keith, straight to Keith.
Where?
First of all, where are you cut exactly?
Oh yeah, it's hard to see, right? The doctor did a great job.
Where are you?
So it's literally in the eyebrow. It was very thin. He said that it actually might even not show any scarring. He was patting himself on the back on how great of a job he did.
I'm sure I'm happy to hear that too, though.
I was, you know. He said stay out of the sun. The sun can cause, you know, scar tissue and things of that. Being from Florida, you know. So he told me everything that we need to do. He said the stitches need to remain in for 6 days. I'm on a 60-day suspension, and it is what it is.
Congratulations on your victory. I know there was a lot of discussion leading up to this fight that you and Shawn were friends outside the ring. You're, you know, Dan Birmingham and Shawn's father have been friendly for many years. I want to know, after the fight was over, did you and Shawn and/or Ken Porter share any words about, you know, them having been friends and finally getting over with and fighting a great fight?
There wasn't a whole lot of time to talk. I did go over there, you know, and try to pat him on the back, tell him, you know, great fight, great challenge, man. You know, we didn't really say much. We didn't say much. I told you guys before, you know, I got love and respect for Team Porter. I still do. Nothing has really changed. You know, this is what it was advertised to be. 2 young, strong American fighters, welterweight champions going toe-to-toe in their prime. And that's what you guys saw today.
I'd like to ask Dan also that question. Dan Birmingham, if you and Ken Porter had any words after the fight?
Oh no, we've been friends for years. I brought him to the gym 2 years ago to box with Keith. They boxed every other day for 6 weeks. We've been friends ever since. It's a business. It's a business. We're here to do a job. We did our job and we shake hands. That's all.
Thank you.
How many stitches, by the way, do you know?
I don't know. No.
Secondly, I know you said that you want to filling Mayweather's shoes. You know, the one big criticism on Mayweather is always that, you know, he's in boring fights. And you were just in a terrific fight. You're the more welterweight in the world in most rankings. What do you think? What else do you think you have to do to fill his shoes? And how big was tonight toward doing that?
You know, you gotta ride the train, man. It's Mayweather, you know, didn't become Mayweather overnight. I believe a major change in Mayweather's career was when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. and then, you know, he continuously got great fights after that. You know, it was never one fight that made Mayweather. It's not going to be one fight that makes Keith Thurman. It's the continuation of fighting at this level, at this pedigree, and coming out on top.
Keith here in the middle. First of all, did you feel like when he had his head in your chest early, especially when he was trying to come forward, that your counter left was your most effective punch throughout the middle rounds?
The counter left, I was trying to sneak in that little left uppercut. You know, I saw it. I think I could have thrown it more. Dan was asking me to go to the body. Shawn's short, stocky frame and how low he gets made it a little difficult to get into the body. There's several things that I would have liked to do and executed, and I think we could have done more damage, but we were able to do enough damage in each and every single round.
And one last follow-up. The ninth round was obviously a wild toe-to-toe round, but in the 10th, did you think you might have him for a second when you staggered him with a right there?
There were several times where I thought that I almost had him. But like I said earlier, for whatever reason, it was a little difficult to follow up tonight. Maybe it was the year layoff. Maybe it was the car accident. I'm not gonna pinpoint anything exactly. You know, the fight is what it was. It was a great fight, and I'm happy to still be champion of the world.
Keith, did you feel in those early rounds that the fight was getting away from you? Was there some fear that, you know, this was slipping away?
Nah, I felt like I opened up with a nice round one. I felt like I consciously gave him round two. I wanted to go out for round three. I knew I was making it a competitive fight. It was probably about going into the 9th, a little bit into the 10th. You know, consciously, even Danny said, win every round from here, you know. I tried to stay on the outside a little bit more. Shawn's pressure was less at that point of the fight. And we just boxed smart, man. I told you, man, boxing smart was going to be the key to victory for this fight.